This just in. I might have COVID. Way to start off a podcast. No, I've been feeling fucking horrible all day.
Have you?
I've had a cough, but that was a fake cough. That one, by the way, that was just for comedic effect. But I've had a cough, but I think it's been from fucking dog hair because it's been happening so often, like ever since we got this new dog. That God, it feels like dog hair. I can like feel the shape of it in my throat. But the other thing is, it could be side effects of a vaccine, Judd. I've been poked.
Have you had it?
It's been stabbed into my shoulder. A happy
to be
Irishman
honest,
did it.
I thought you were gonna stream it. I thought you were gonna stream
No,
like. I thought you were gonna be like, "Hey, yo, just getting the vaccine."
Just like one of the Paul brothers.
Yeah,
Just steals
that'd
a bunch of them.
absolutely be something that they do. They'd be like getting a vaccine and me going, "Yo, just getting the vaccine."
Yeah,
That's
peep
something
the
they do.
vaccine, yo. Paid 40 racks for this shit because I'm not vulnerable. No, I got it because I work for the NHS. Granted, I work in computers and not near anyone who's
Yeah.
ill. Gonna be honest, but I see why they hadn't kind of, organised it so that only like people who are seeing sick people were getting it, because the logistics of that probably weren't worth it.
Yeah,
It's probably just worth it to because everyone's got to have it eventually as well. Or well, they want everyone to have it eventually.
yeah.
So yeah, it was quite a pleasant experience. I went inside, made me stand on a square. I had to fill in a simple form. An Irishman stabbed my arm. He did it very quickly, like really quickly. He went, "Okay, you all right?" I was like, "Oh, what? Are we done here?"
he didn't even say anything to you. He just
No.
sat down and stuck it in and went, "Yep, done."
Yep. I feel like he was trying to do a speed run of vaccinating
Yeah,
someone.
he's trying to speedrun it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened. I had to sit around 15 minutes while this happy security guard was like jamming to the radio, and this security guard was the nicest man of all time. I swear to God, he came around to everyone individually and was like, "Are you having a pleasant time? Are you okay? Are you feeling well?" I was like, "Yep, I'm just sat. It's all going well." But
Nice.
that's the thing. So I had the vaccine, and I'm wondering whether that's why I feel like shit, because like I'm achy, I'm
Yeah.
shattered, and the coughing I'm thinking is from dog hair. But the like day after I had it, my arm did ache, but it's not my arm aching anymore. It's more like a dull ache all over. And I was exhausted that day, but I was before I had it. I was like mega tired anyway. So
Yeah.
that's just how it is. So yeah, vaccine. Got some of the monkey
Nice.
embryos in me.
Yeah. Monkey embryos. Sort you right out.
Yeah, there's some of that in the vaccine apparently. Don't know. I had the Pfizer one. If anyone's interested in that.
I actually do have a little bit of a story this time. I've come prepared. So I've actually
Hit
got
me.
something for you.
Hit me with
So-
your best shot.
I'm at work and I'm sorting out a load of different like packs of metal, and you sort of get like two of these lengths of track pressed together, so there's like a square space in the middle of these two pieces, and then those are like in packs that are sellotaped up. So I've picked up this pack of metal, and as I've lifted it up to my face, so it's like right in front of my face, where this space is in between the two lengths, there's a fucking mouse staring right back at me. But I'd lifted it up to my face to like get it on my shoulders. So this mouse was poking its head out of this space, and it was like it must have been 2 inches from its nose, like touching my nose. And to just have like a mouse suddenly in my face, I went, oh! Fucking, and just threw this fucking like pack of metal, and it like scattered off. I felt bad because like obviously I just fucking launched a mouse, but it scared the shit.
Launched a mouse.
I've like held rats and like pet rats before. I'm not like, I know I'm not scared of them, but it was just suddenly having a mouse in my face. I thought it was just gonna fucking like jump out and like pounce on my
Oh
face.
God, that's funny.
It scared the shit out of me. I fucking launched it. It scared away, but
Fucking
thought-
launched. I just love the sentence, and then I launched the mouse.
yeah. It scared the shit out of me. I thought maybe it might come back during the day and it might start talking and like try to teach me how to cook
Oh
food.
dear.
But
Trying to teach you what to just pull your hair and that.
Yeah, I was this girl I was talking to about it. She said maybe it'll come back and like teach you how to cook, and I was like, well, it's gonna have a job on, and I sent her a picture of my bald head. So,
oh no.
but, yeah.
Right, so I've been playing a lot of Apex. I've been playing a lot of Apex with Cal, right?
Okay.
And one of the things he's discovered is that Snapchat does these like news articles. I don't have Snapchat, so I can't. Like, I don't. Yeah. But
Yeah.
he was reading them out in you know, like the Top Gear intro voice.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. So I just want to try some of these.
Clarkson goes on a jihad. That one.
Oh, God. No, it's more stuff like this. So, for example, these are all real articles. Taking a nap with a 28-foot python.
Yeah. Okay.
They said her death was paranormal. This is the truth. He got plastic abs.
Yeah.
Did The Weeknd deserve it?
Yeah.
It's just quite funny. Molten hot lock versus hydraulic press. There's some fucking weird stuff. 6 signs your safe sex isn't so safe.
Number 1, pissing puss.
Watch this coin turn into stunning earrings. Oh,
right.
God. What's some other good ones here? What kind of foot sorcery is this? These are genuine articles. It's crazy.
What?
It's so
What?
funny.
Who posted these?
It's Snapchat news because they just have the weirdest news articles.
They do when you just go onto that other page and it's like shit like my dog won't stop eating rats. It's stuff like that.
We found history's baddest silhouette.
Baddest silhouette. Just the silhouette. It's just a silhouette of Adolf doing like doing the salute.
Oh my God.
Brilliant.
I'm trying to find some more.
We can't sit here and do fucking headlines all day. We got.
I like this one out of context. That's like, if you don't know who these people are, it just sounds so mundane. How often do Haley and Justin text each other?
Yeah, to me that's like it's what I'm assuming that's Justin Bieber and.
Oh, I don't know. My first thought was Justin Timberlake. That shows how fucking old I am.
Oh, I don't know then, but yeah, because the thing is, like,
Bieber.
I don't know who those people are in the context. It's just the stupidest fucking thing.
He's a mass monster.
He's a mass monster.
Speaking of monsters, Judd, have you seen that rapper? Did I mention this to you? Have we talked about this before? Who had a $25 million like pink diamond implanted in his forehead?
No, you didn't tell me about this, but I've been talking about this with this lad from work. Fucking, it's Little Uzi for Inti. He's got a diamond in his forehead.
His man's looking like fucking Vision over here.
It was. I've seen that. It's ridiculous, honestly.
Would you ever do anything like that? Don't have to be like a 26 million diamond, but would you ever get some sort of? Because I know we've got tattoos, but would you ever get some sort of like body decoration other than tattoos?
I feel like the only thing I can maybe see myself doing is scarification, and I don't actually think scarification looks that good on guys. I think it looks a lot better on women. There's something, I don't know what it is. It's like when I see a guy do scarification, it's like, okay, come on now, you're just being a bit too edgy, mate. Like, come on, just get a tattoo. But then when like I see it on a woman and it might be done like in a way that it sort of looks like flower petals or something. I think it looks really nice. So I don't know. I don't know what I'd do.
I've considered maybe getting a brand at some point. Can you imagine having a brand just like pinned down like fucking cattle and just
no. I could have
that'd be so fucking intense. Can you imagine?
One, it's like I wouldn't want to experience that, and two, it's another one. It's like, okay, come on now, you could have just gotten a tattoo. Like branding is just, it's just you trying to be an edgy bastard, really. But
part of it, I think, is the fun of kind of going through the pain to earn it, though. It's like part of what I like about tattoos.
Yeah.
I know that might sound pretty freaky, but
I don't know. I just like them to have them. I was stood looking at my tattoos for a while yesterday, just because I don't actually look at them very often. So I was just having like a good look at them recently, just to be like, yeah, it was worth spending that much money on this.
I like when I notice them like on stream, like if I don't know, if I gesture or something and I see them, I like that. I wish I could have more.
That's why I always have my hands behind my head like that, so I can be like, "Ooh."
Well, that would be okay if you weren't such a pixely mess. Then that would be all right.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
That's fucking gross. Right. What else have I got? I've got nothing else to bring to this podcast today.
That's it.
All I've been doing is playing Apex Legends and hating my life.
Great, we can end it. We can end it then.
I thought we would have been going for about 20 minutes recording this podcast already. It's 11 minutes.
Okay, I've got a couple things then. I've got a couple things to
let's see these
fall
things.
back on them. So this first one then, I can either. Well, I suppose I might as well fucking read it out for you, seeing as we're gagging for content. But I'll probably be reading it out for like 5 or 10 minutes. But
do you want to give us like a brief, like what it is, like a brief teaser of what it is?
A story of love, loss, tragedy, and Halo drinking games.
Bear in mind, we did start this podcast with 6 viewers, and we currently have 2. So
I mean, I expected as much, to be honest.
Fair enough. Also, just before you do get into that, after that teaser, I will quickly mention and tell you, I got some gamer goggles. That's what I'm calling them.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by that?
No, and to be honest, I don't even want to think about it.
It's glasses with these like yellow lenses to like filter out, for eye strain.
Brilliant.
So I'm wearing my gamer goggles now.
I now know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Are you proud, or are you like massively disappointed? Like
I'm trying to move on from it. I'm trying to
forget you ever told me. Fine, okay. I'm gonna wear them for the rest of the podcast, though.
I kind of don't want to read the whole thing because it makes me feel sick.
But you don't have to. You don't have to read it all out. I'm sure we can discuss things.
Right. So, I read this before I started a fucking day of work, and it made me feel sad, and it made me feel sick. No. But the thing is, I was on Facebook and I saw this meme page I follow had a new post, so I went on it. And it was just a picture of this girl. Can I send you the picture? Actually, I might be able to, I know podcast people won't be able to see it, but Jake, you can tell them where they can go to see it.
You can see it at Tweets Badly, or if you want to see the video version of the podcast, you can watch it on YouTube, the Games Badly YouTube channel, or you can watch it live at twitch.tv/GamesBadly. There you go. If you do want to listen to the audio-only version of this podcast, then it's on all good streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of that shit. Who's this female?
So this meme page just basically posted this picture that I've just sent to Jake. It's a picture of a girl in what appears to be like a shopping mall, smiling with the text, "He knows." And
what?
It had a lot of reacts, a lot of angry reacts, a lot of sad reacts, a lot of laughing reacts, and a lot of people were talking about just he knows. He knows.
Where did they post it again? Sorry.
On Facebook, on like their meme page.
Facebook.
Yeah,
on a meme page.
On like a meme page group. Just a picture of her smiling with the text "he knows," and that had everybody up in a big fucking tiffy. So I'm like. Oh. Okay, I gotta look into this now because
you saw that on your Facebook, yeah? I
saw that on this Facebook meme page.
Right, so you didn't hear about this story. You like actually kind of stumbled across it.
I stumbled across it from just that context on this meme page. Okay. And I'm thinking, well, now I gotta fucking know. I gotta know what this is because I'm out of the loop of a meme that apparently has been around since 2015. So I wanna learn about it. So it turns out it's actually to do with like the green text stories from 4chan, where it's like "Be me."
Yeah.
It's one of them. I can.
If you don't know what those are, it's maybe just Google it. They're normally not nice, I would say.
No, they're usually not. And this one's definitely not. But I'll go into it. So, be crushing on the same girl for all my life. Knew her since kindergarten. Her parents are poor and live in a 1-bedroom with 4 kids, so they don't care that she sleeps over most nights. They're hanging out all the time, stuff like that. All of the friends are joking that they're going to get married someday. They've talked about it, but she says things like, she likes him too much as a friend. Don't want to spoil that connection that they have. But they hang out with a guy called Eric, who's the dude's friend, and his cousin, who is 37 years old, which, can I just say right here, red flags? These are about like 15, 16-year-old kids, 37-year-old cousin hanging about with him playing Halo. So we're just going to pop that one right there.
But that could be fine.
That could be fine. That could be all right. That could all right.
Maybe.
Okay. So basically, these two are having a relationship, but not really, because the girl doesn't want to spoil it. But even though this old guy knows that this girl's off limits, one, because of this sort of connection that they have, and two, he's 37, she's 16, the much bigger problem.
That's probably the worst thing about that.
Weirdly enough, in this story, is not brought up once, but I'm going to bring that up. So basically, he knows that she's off limits, but he starts hitting on her a lot. Worst part is she doesn't seem to mind. So this guy at one point is saying, why ain't you got up on your Facebook that you're not dating? And he's like, oh, we're not actually dating, because told her. So the hitting on starts getting progressively worse and more consistent, and at some point
I already feel ill.
They start playing Halo drinking games, and more games like, oh, if the the person who wins the round gets to have the girl sitting on the lap. This 37-year-old happened to be pretty good at Halo, let me tell you, Jake. This girl was sat on his lap most of the time. Anyway, at some point, this guy goes home early. So
37-year-old?
No. Our protagonist, the writer of the story.
Oh, right.
Goes home early, leaving her with his friend Eric and the old guy. Turns out, basically, that they'd all gotten really drunk without this other guy and decided to play strip games during Halo. She's not very good at Halo, Jake.
Why? Why are you telling me this? This is awful.
She'd gotten too drunk. In fact, actually, it says right here that oh no, it doesn't. They incorporated stripping into the game. I thought it said she. I think I'm starting to catch a bit of your dyslexia. But anyway,
catch a bit.
So this is going on. She goes back to his place, confess the whole thing to him.
So wait, like how
that.
stripped are we talking here?
Fully nude.
Oh,
fully nude.
That's horrible. Stop it. Stop. Stop.
Stop. So, it was that's basically just what happened. So, they stay with their whole friendship relationship thing that's going on. She's started sleeping in the same bed as him. It's getting a bit more intense between those two, but they still go over to this other guy's house. But one of the times that she came back, she confessed to him that after the games had been finished playing, that her and the 37-year-old man went upstairs and they
No, no,
They,
no,
they
no,
fucked.
no. Oh no, why?
About 5 times. So this guy's, pretty pissed off. But I mean, first of all, let me just say, it's not brought up in this story a lot. But the biggest problem here is that this man is a nonce. That is obviously the biggest problem
like
here.
why is it not brought up in the
I,
story?
d- I don't know why he's not. I almost feel like I'm glazing over the subject, but I'm only glazing over it because it's not brought up in the story at all.
I feel
But
like
I'm addressing.
it must be because the guy who's written this story must have not thought anything particularly weird at the time, then, because otherwise he would have like called it out more or something like that, you know?
I don't
Which is
know.
fucking weird of him.
But here's where things get a lot better or worse. Worse, I should say. Actually, worse.
Definitely worse.
Definitely worse. So basically, they got in a big argument, and she was staying over at theirs a lot more. But basically, they ended up making up, and they start sleeping together again, sleeping in the same bed together, and she actually decides that she wants to be in a relationship with this guy from the beginning. So
right,
they make it Facebook official. It's up everywhere. They stop going to that other guy's house, and in fact, one of the nights she's laying in bed with him, and she tells him that she loves him. So yeah, this is all good. This is all right. He says, "I love you too."
So she makes up with the young enough guy.
Yeah, the young enough guy. She makes up with
okay.
him. Tells him that says, "I love you." He says, "I love you too." She's like, "No matter what." He says, "Of course." So that's happened. Then basically they just go about the sort of dating life, but they want to reconnect with Eric, which was the other dude, not the
other younger dude, yeah,
the other
non-nonce.
Because of all of this weird shit that's been going off, they want to sort of mend that relationship so that they can have that sort of friend group together. So they do. They start going back over to Eric's house, and they do the usual stuff. They do that a few times. When the older guy comes over at some point,
what, invited or just unannounced?
Invited by Eric, I believe. So it's really awkward between them all. But for the whole night, this girl is sat on the protagonist's
yeah, we're gonna call him protagonist.
Protagonist's lap. At some point, one of their other friends leaves, but it's still them, Eric and the nonce. So
Eric and the nonce sounds like such a weird indie
it's
film.
A sitcom.
Oh,
it's
no,
a sitcom.
It's a sitcom.
So
no.
she's sat on this guy's lap. So at some point, it's really awkward. So this guy stands up to go to go get a drink. This is where I'm just gonna read from it so the whole scene can play out properly for you.
Okay.
So
are you gonna do voices? I like it when people do voices when they read stories.
No, because there's not really any. In fact, no, I can do a little bit of one. So
nice. You're gonna do a voice for the
that's them going Facebook official. He doesn't say but yeah. So yeah. So basically, when this happened with it, it turns out that this nonce was going. He actually said that he didn't want to go, but the girl said that they were going with or without him. So there's something for you.
What? But, I don't get it. What do you mean? I don't understand what.
So basically, this girl has been at school with Eric and another guy called Dave, and they've been talking about going back to their place, and the guy's not been super into it, but she said
protagonist.
To it, protagonist has said he's not super into it, but the girl has said she's going with or without him.
Right. So
they go there, and I'll pick it up from just play Halo and drink for a while. So mad, but don't even want to know what to do. Sense of awkwardness is even worse. Feel like I'm not even in the room. Try to get her to go home multiple times. Eric and cousin convince her to stay. She's on my lap the entire time with my arms around her. End up watching Prometheus. Dave has gone home at this point. This is where it fucking turns. Make the mistake of getting up to get a beer. When I'm back, she's on the old man's lap. I ask her if she's okay. She says yes. Halfway through, they start kissing. Eric says, chill out, dude. My face when she says, don't worry. He knows. I tell her that I'm going to leave. She says she's going to stay. This was last night, and I haven't talked to her since.
What? I don't get what happened again.
So apparently what's happened is that they've been together, and presumably for the whole time that they've been together, she's been fucking this old man. And presumably Eric as well, because they've both been doing, like, strip games and sex games. So when
she's just screwing them all then? Is that what's happened?
She's just fucking them all, but essentially what she's done here is she's manipulated them into dating, still been fucking the other ones, and then she's just straight up been making out with this old dude, this 37-year-old dude, as her boyfriend sat in the room, and then just been like, oh yeah, no, it's okay because he knows that I'm fucking you. And then he's just been like, I'm leaving. She's like, okay. So...
What?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Why have you told me this? This is horrid.
Because it's awful, isn't it? This is really repulsive. So I'm like, what? Why would... First of all, my question is, why would somebody share this?
For Reddit karma. That's the whole reason.
But he's on 4chan. You don't even get karma. You just get laughed at and called a cook.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It was just I was so taken aback by it because obviously I saw this fucking picture on Facebook and I'm like, why is everybody getting so riled up about this fucking girl?
That is such a weird thing to just stumble across.
Yeah. But people were really fucking upset about it. And it made me feel a bit sick as well. But I can send you a picture of here standing next to the old man.
Oh no. Can we show this on stream?
It's not. I mean,
we can show.
Not, I don't know. That's kind of.
Oh, that's gross. It's tiny. No one can see it, but whatever. It's probably for the best that it's so small that you can't see it.
I thought this is ridiculous. Why would somebody upload something about their girlfriend sleeping with other men and especially old men? But I found out that actually there's lots of this on 4chan. There's a lot of this. Like.
Did you end up going into a rabbit hole of reading about cook stories?
I tried to read one more for content and I couldn't because I started feeling sick. But the other one was something like it was saying about how this guy's dick wasn't very big and basically his girlfriend found like you know when we were browsing Bad Dragon as like a meme and we found those like sheaths that you could wear on your cock.
This sounds so awful. This makes us sound so terrible.
She basically made him wear one of them, even though he told her that he basically couldn't feel anything during sex. And then basically she started getting closer with one of her old ex-black boyfriends.
Oh my god, we can't. No, that's it. No more. Yeah, I'm cutting you off. No more of that. That's horrible. This might be the worst podcast we've ever recorded.
It might be. I've got another thing as well, which isn't awful. It's just pretty weird and funny.
Oh, it better cheer me up after that shit. Fuck me.
But basically, this again, I found this through just like random memes on Facebook. But it's a YouTube channel called Life of Luxury, and. Yeah. What they do is what they started doing, which is really funny, is just random fidget spinner a few videos. So if that tells you, and shit like we filled a room with 10,000 balloons, trying to escape a bathtub full of olive oil, shit like that.
I'm trying to escape a bath, just get out.
Just stand up. They started going into like a lot more horror stuff. But it's not from what I watched, I think I watched like about 3 videos and they're all structured the exact same way. There's these 2 guys and for whatever reason, somebody's got in contact with you, with them, and been like, "Hi, we've got such and such going on. We want you to." I don't know, because they're not there to help. They're just there to record the whole the affair that's going off. So it's not like we need you to come here and help us. It's we need you to come here and film us for some reason. Well, it might be for
like publicity.
I suppose, but it's stuff like here's one of the titles: Dolphin Man found in her house.
Wait, Judd, you got to read him in the Top Gear voice. You got to read him.
Dolphin Man found in her house. We found a stalker in her house. A lot of them in the house. Another one straight after, which is we found a stalker in her closet, which is also in a house, I assume. One of my favorite is, you know how they had the whole thing with like arrows pointing to stuff and like big red circles like around something and stuff like that. They've got them all for like these weird, creepy thumbnails that they've got. Like they've got one of like this guy crawling on the ground, and like they've got one pointing to him saying like stranger and stuff like that. One of the best ones is there's just an old man stood in the corner of this room, and he has an arrow pointing to him saying old. And there's like a woman, like cowering in the corner, like with her hands over her face, and the arrow pointing to her says scared. So he's just old and scared.
This is for people who don't know what emotions are.
This thing is, this old man doesn't look like he's there to like do anything malicious. He just looks genuinely confused, like he's got lost on a walk.
Oh my god!
But the brilliant. I watched the one I watched was that one. Her son can't stop growing at night. Can't stop growing, so he just keeps growing bigger and bigger.
It's fucking weird.
None of these are real, by the way. This is all bullshit. But
right.
It starts off, and these two are in a car, and they're like going to this woman's house. This one guy is genuinely just like, he's proper questioning why they're going. He's saying shit like, but if she's having problems with her son, they should just like talk to a family therapist or something. And he's like giving like sound like actual proper advice. And this other guy, like, I don't know if he's joking or something. He like turns to me and he goes like, look, dude, we're just going to the house and we're going to film what's happening. All right, like shit. It's like, whoa.
It's for kids, isn't it? It's just it's stupid.
It's supposed to be like stupid YouTube horror for fucking kids, and
I know,
it's shit
like I called the boss baby at 3 a.m.
Yeah, something is wrong with her. Something horrible happened to her sister. Her doll comes to life at night, but they're all structured the same way. And in every video, this guy's just like, "What? Why are we the ones stealing with this? We're like just two kids with a camera." But the other goes like, "Shut the fuck up! Shut up!"
Oh god, I would love to make a parody like channel of that sort of thing, and just like, I don't know, make kids videos that in the format of those ones that are for kids, but they're not. It's for people who find that sort of shit ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's, he crawled out of her closet. He's been living under a bedroom floor. They're all the same. I'm sure they're all shot at the same house as well. So I'd not want to live in this house. The fucking property value must be like through the fucking floorboards. And there's several people living under those floorboards, apparently.
Jesus. Well, speaking of things that's crawled out of floorboards, I posted a picture of my girlfriend on r/roast me, Judd. Do you want to see how that went?
Yeah, I do.
So
actually,
obviously it's a podcast. It's going to be hard for people to see, but I will share. I will put it on screen at the minute. I'll put Judd's face on as well for reaction, and chat can tell us what they think of these insults. So. Let me share my screen with you, Judd, so you can see them as well. Yeah. Right, can you see that?
I can, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me just... There we go, sorted this out. Okay, so you can see chat, you can see... This is the photo we posted. Not the best photo of my girlfriend, I have to say. That was on purpose. We wanted to give him lots to work with.
Of course, yeah.
But some of these are fucking funny. Like, the top commented one is, if 90s grunge had a lesbian sister. So I'll describe my girlfriend for the audio-only version of it. She's been on a previous podcast before, so if you go to the Games Badly channel on YouTube and find the one with her on, should be able to see it. But she's got very frizzy hair. That's kind of not a particularly great way of describing it. She's quite pasty, and in this photo she's wearing like a dark coloured flannel shirt and then like a black t-shirt with like almost like a Native American kind of print on it, a white Native American print on it. So yeah, you can kind of picture it. As much as it's an insult to her, and I don't mean this maliciously if she ever watches this, because she might, but she's got a bit of Hagrid hair going on. Like I'm pretty sure she'd
yeah.
In the photo at least. Anyway, so you get an idea. You look like a lesbian version of Harry Potter. She is celebrating 21 years of never using deodorant. Oh, I think this might be my favourite one. It looks like she needs the stars to align to energise her chakra crystals before she allows you to have sex with her. And that's when she's in a good mood.
Yeah.
A lot of people say she looks like this Darlene Connor person from this like old show. And I kind of agree.
Yeah, I
think she does,
I can see that
if you know who that is. So
that's a niche one, but I'll allow it.
I
like that.
Wrong.
Yeah, I like that one. You spelled boyfriend wrong.
I don't know. I think that's a bit. I like him to be like specific. I like him to like make sense for the photo and also be funny. Because sometimes they're like just mean, and then it's like, oh, well, I get that the point is to be mean, but it's also not funny.
Yeah.
And then some of them are just like normal stuff. So like, this one's pretty good though. Send her back to Middle Earth. Peregrine Duck. You look like you smell like moth fart. This is the most lifelike Muppet I've ever seen. Does the carpet match the ramen?
I like that
one. Oh my god. She's smiling in the photo, and one says you look too ugly to be that optimistic. So that's some from that anyway, but I thought I would just mention that and say that, and kind of almost kind of say, would it be worth posting on Roast Me of one of us or both of us for a podcast? Because we could do like a podcast where one of us is on Roast Me and then a podcast where the other is, or we could just do both of them. Do you think that's worth it?
I'm gonna say no, because I think my ego is that brittle already.
Come on.
If I had one negative thing said about me on the internet, I'd immediately get to. Yeah, whatever. We can. Yeah.
We'd have to do it in advance because it takes like it has to be approved, and then obviously people need to do it. But she got nearly 100 comments on it, and I thought, oh shit, it's quite a lot actually.
I think people. I feel like people on Reddit jump at the chance to like make fun of women.
Do they? I don't know. I'm not. A big guy.
Absolutely. There's you've either got the people that are gonna like see a woman and be like, yes, here is my chance to make fun of this femoid, or you've got the people who are like, no, she is queen. She is our queen. Yeah. She is beautiful. So they're the two kind of people you get on Reddit.
My dog's fucking barking now.
Kick his head in, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I think we'd be the first podcast ever to have dog murder. if you killed that dog.
No.
So, and I tell you
what, is that what you want? Is that what you want our legacy to be?
Listening. Dog murder. Fuck it. At least we'd have one. At least we'd have a legacy.
Speaking of doing something like that, have you seen that Netflix movie? What's it called?
Dog murder.
No, it's like a serial killer one. It's called. It's based on like Lyft or something like that.
Lyft?
You know, or like Uber, you know, like those
oh, right,
shows.
Okay, yeah.
What's it called? It's got the guy from Stranger Things in it. Does anyone know what I'm talking about here?
I've not got a clue. I've not heard anything about it.
Let me see if I can. I'm gonna search for Lyft. Uber. Uber driver movie. Uber driver movie where it's called Spree. That's it. I searched Uber and it came up as the first one. Yeah, so it's called Spree, and it's this guy who's trying to be like social media famous, but he works as a Spree driver. It's an Uber driver.
Well, it's Uber, yeah.
And he's calling this like big event thing he's gonna do, like I don't know, the lesson or something like that. And the whole thing of it is he's gonna live stream him doing a tutorial on how to murder people while being a Spree driver. And it's kind of comedy. Like, it's not very horror.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was quite good. There was like this other guy on it who was supposed to be friends with like the main Spree driver guy, but he was like actually taking off on social media, but he was younger than the Spree driver guy, and the guy who was the driver had babysitted him, so it's kind of, you know, that kind of thing where like the younger people have ended up taking over and getting money in. And I swear to God, he was meant to be Ricegum. I swear they just looked at Ricegum and went,
fun at Ricegum.
I swear.
Why are you saying that? Is he Asian and you've never seen him?
No, he's just like a scrawny guy. But he just like acted like Ricegum completely, which I thought was quite funny. You should give it a watch. It's a good movie. It's quite fun. Have you watched anything lately? Have you been watching any movies, TV?
No, the only TV I've watched recently is Snowpiercer, and I've already talked about Snowpiercer. I don't know if I brought up the fact that Sean Bean's showing up on it. But
Bean?
Yeah, Sean Bean's playing a bad guy, and I don't think I've ever seen Sean Bean play a bad guy before. He probably has.
Play a bad guy in like James Bond or something?
I don't know, but he probably has played a bad guy before, but it's the first time I've ever seen him playing a bad guy before, and he's a right bastard. You don't like him, so he does a good job with it.
I'm trying to think of what I've been watching.
Good.
I mentioned The Circle to you, and I've still been watching that.
Yeah.
I finished watching The Crown.
I think I said The Crown then.
The Crown, and that does what's quite a few drama shows do in its ending, where it just like ends. There's not like at least some sort of conclusion. You know, like obviously it's fine to want to continue the story over multiple seasons, but the season has to end with some sort of lull in the story. You know, and it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad is a great example of that. Breaking Bad never ended a season on like a major cliffhanger or like midway through a story where like nothing had concluded. Same way, Stranger Things. Stranger Things is a perfect example of that. Each series is like a self-contained, you know, there's a story across that series, but there's definitely one overall across the full thing. But at the end of The Crown, I only watched season 4 because that's the only era I'm interested in. But it just kind of finishes. They're just kind of having a family photo, and that's that. I don't know. It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just exhausted. Have you been? So, what have you even been doing lately? Because we're locked up, aren't we? We're locked down.
I'll tell you in a second. But I just my mind. I just casted my mind back for a second, then to talking about horrific cuckolding stories.
No.
And no, I'm not going to bring up any more stories. But I remember when cuckolding became like more popular, like more mainstream as a thing. And
how old is everyone in chat, by the way? Because Judd's been talking about horrible cuckolding stories for like half an hour. It doesn't
matter. They know not to listen to this stuff. they know to.
You actively just said, "Don't listen. Go away. No, stay. Please stay. Listen to Judd's weird cuckold stories. Close your ears."
It was just. I remember when that started becoming more of a thing, and I remember thinking to myself, "I'm weird. I'm into some weird shit. Maybe this is another thing I can add to my belt of weird shit that I'm into." No. So I was like, all right, I'll stick a video of it on. And the first video of it I watched was this woman getting plowed by this dude, and her husband was sat there watching it, and I thought, okay, sex with an audience isn't too bad, isn't too freaky. But then the guy said something that will haunt me until I'm on my deathbed, and it's that he was watching, and he turned and looked at somebody off camera, and he said the words, "I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to watch my wife get fucked."
Oh my
That's
god,
what
that's horrible!
he said. And then he continued for like another 20 minutes. I didn't watch the whole thing. But I just went, oh no.
You just feel sorry for the guy at that point.
I'm turning it off. I'm cutting the feed. I'm not watching this.
You've made me feel dirty. I feel like I'm like weak. I feel like I'm about to pass out.
I was like, I'm turning this off. This is awful. This
Jesus Christ.
But yeah.
You get turned off, so you're turning it off. That's the way.
Exactly.
What have you been up to then during being trapped away?
Well, I bring it up every time, but just Dungeons and Dragons has been the only other thing.
We are so boring. Why did we think anyone would want to listen to a podcast when I ask guests every week, what have you been doing? Just go, just pretending to be an elf.
I'm not. They're pretending. I'm the Dungeon Masterino, aren't I?
You've got a god complex about being a dungeon master, haven't you?
I actually have. I have got a nice little. Let me find
nice
it.
Little tale.
I have got a nice little story about Dungeons and Dragons though, and that's when I first because I started properly getting back really back into Dungeons and Dragons later last year and this year as well, because we can't go anywhere or do anything.
Yeah.
So this is like Saturday is like, right, okay, Dungeons and Dragons, that's my thing for Saturday. And I've been getting more and more into it. So when I was like, okay, I'm gonna write my own story, and I'm gonna run my own campaign. One of the groups of people I were watching for inspiration were Critical Role, and I remember watching like some Critical Role stuff, and they were like showing some. I'll have to send you this quick actually, because my phone's about to run out of charge. They were showing like fan art and cosplay and stuff like that, just as they were talking, and I remember thinking to myself, like, how awesome would it be that you like put something out there, like you make something, and people enjoy it and like it that much that they sit there and they spend the time to like draw pictures about it, and like fucking they go to conventions and they're quoting it, and they're fucking showing up in dressed up as characters that you've made. And I remember thinking to myself, like I'd be like, that's how I'd know if I ever made something that good, is if like somebody came to me with something that they'd made based around the thing that I'd fucking made. And
that's the dream.
After the last session on Saturday, the girl who plays with us, Cordelia, sent me that picture that she'd drawn of her character in the game. And I remember looking at it and because I was thinking to myself, oh, they're not enjoying this, are they just saying that they're enjoying it to, because you know you get like that with shit that you make, you're like, is this good? And she sent me that, and she was like, oh, I drew like a little thing of my character in your game. And I just remember sitting there and looking at it and going, I've done it. I've done it. They're enjoying it. I know they're enjoying it now.
If anyone wants to do any fan art of us, then you know that'll be fucking cool. Yeah. You'll not want to do it, but that's fine. And I don't blame you.
I was like, yeah, I know I'm doing it right now. If people are doing stuff like that, and we've got like a little Facebook chat that's a bit active, and for like a day or two after we've had a session, they'll be talking about like what can happen, theories and shit, characters that they like.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you.
Sorry, I was just stopping.
But, yeah. So. Yeah. There we go.
The closest we've got to like
about D&D
fan art for us is the. Do you remember I drew us the Mud Boys picture? That's like the Games Badly thing. I'll bring it up on stream now. That's like the closest thing that we've got. If you want to see it, you'll have to watch on twitch.tv live, or you can go to the YouTube channel. But I drew that. Do you remember? It was so fun when we used to do the you remember doing the drawing streams? They were so fun. When we get out of lockdown, we should get pissed and do a drawing stream, because ages ago we got drunk and I used to draw these like weird creatures and things like that, and I would take suggestions and just draw them, and they're not like crazy good necessarily, but it was just, I don't know, weird and funny to be getting pissed with everyone in chat. And well, I say everyone, there were like one person watching.
Yeah,
It's the most viewers we've ever had today. We got 20 viewers at one point, which was fucking crazy. Didn't get any donations though, so no money for you. But we did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 followers. So look at that. Look at that. That was a fun day. Oh,
I've got another little actually. It's not a huge thing, but I downloaded Euro Truck Simulator. What do you think of that?
Sounds as fun as when I downloaded Shower with Your Dad Simulator.
Well, no, because it serves a very specific purpose for me. It's when it's like, right, okay, I don't wanna play like a fucking Team Fortress or like a League of Legends or anything like that.
You were talking about this last time.
I just want to have a little bit of, I just want a little, you know what I mean?
Little puff the magic dragon, as they say.
Yeah, little puff of the magic dragon. And just have just bullshit on the screen and just zone out. And what I did yesterday is I had a few puffs of the magic dragon, if you know what I'm saying, and I got a bit fucked, and I started playing Euro Truck Simulator. And I just put like American trucker music on, and I just sat there like hung out in my chair with this big goofy smile on. And I think I went upstairs and I got like my cap, my like baseball cap. I had that on, and I was like just sat there like I'm a real trucker. But it's good. It's good because you like discover new areas to like take deliveries to. But at some point you can like basically travel from Sheffield to Paris or Amsterdam. Like you end up on the ferries and stuff, and then you go over, and it's just about making deliveries. But you can play it as like safe as you want to, like stopping at the traffic lights, and you get rewarded. You get like more money and experience for playing it like that. But the way I play it is I don't play it like I'm trying to run over everybody. I'm trying to knock every other car off the road. I'm just like, I'm going to get there. And if I get there in one piece, great. But if I do end up crashing and I have to start over again, I can't be angry at myself.
Well, I'm sure Jupiter Like the Planet will be happy with that, because they say, "What's up, nerds? Hope you're surviving." Judd's surviving in his little truck, just chugging along, playing his Euro Truck Simulator. I'm ill. I'm not well. It was dog hair. I've got it. I've been coughing all day. I've just found it. It was in my throat. That's why I've been coughing all day. Jesus. Nice. But I had a vaccine, so I feel ill.
He ate a dog.
Yeah. I ate a dog. Yeah. So now I feel a bit queasy.
What's your favourite cuckold story, Jupiter? Like the
fuck. Judd's been telling us about cuckold stories, not real life ones that he's experienced, but
no, not me. I mean, they are real life ones, but they're other people's ones from the fucking desolate wasteland of 4chan. But
oh my lord, I hate it. I hate it. So is that the game you've been playing then? Because my game for that I've been playing recently was Civ 5. I played through a game of Civ 5, but I also for £1.20 downloaded Far Cry Blood Dragon, which I think is a fucking steal. Yeah,
that is a really good steal. That DLC is awesome.
Venomous Pandas also says hi. What's up?
For that thing, yeah. I think Euro Truck's great, but apart from that, I'm just tapped out on games.
Guess what? Good news. Jupiter Like the Planet says, "Lol, I mean my mum was an adult actress while married. Does that count?"
Oh god. Oh no.
What do you mean, oh no? It's a noble profession.
Have you got any stories for us? Yeah. I probably had a wank.
If you've got any cool stories that you're happy to appear on the podcast, that would be sick. Yeah, it's just work. Why don't you get into that industry, Judd?
I think I'd tire him out.
Okay, whatever you say. I think I'd tire him out. If we get enough,
with my boy pussy.
Oh, with your pussy. Oh, gross. Oh no. Jesus Christ. If we get enough of a donation, how much donation would we need to get for you to start an OnlyFans, Judd? Like, and take it seriously.
I have to actually put like adult content on it. I can't be like, I saw this crab today.
No, you have to try and do it as a side hustle.
I don't know. 10 grand.
20 pence? 10 grand. Okay.
Because I'm not one of these people that's ridiculous with it. That's like, I'd have to be offered £1 million or £1 billion. I'm not one of them. I could easily say, and like, if somebody was there and it was like, I know for a fact I'm getting this money, like they're not gonna get out of it somewhere, and I'm not gonna get the money. If I knew for a fact I was getting the money, 10 grand. That's
10 grand?
That's my
fair enough.
But
the thing is, we split the money 50-50 on this, so they'd have to donate 20 grand, and I'd make 10 grand out of you starting an OnlyFans. That'd be great.
I'm not letting you have any of this money if it's for me starting an OnlyFans.
If they donate 10 grand for you to start an OnlyFans, I'll just send it all to you straight away. Cal's only just joined when we're discussing how much donation to make you start an OnlyFans. That'd be so funny. You wouldn't have to post massively explicit, just like Babe Station level. So you'd have to show your ass, but not your butthole, and you'd have to be fully nude, but you can cover the cock and balls.
It's really tasteful. It's really tasteful nudity. Yeah, I mean, 10 grand. I'd say 10. If you gave me, if I knew for a fact I was going to get 10 grand, I'd do it at 10 grand. And anything less, just it's a bit like, no, I'm all right. But
so Cal says he's been lurking for a while, but this is what perked up his attention, which is a bit worrying, really, thinking about it, isn't it? That this is the thing that got his attention. The fact that Judd might be getting his
he was quiet for the nonce stories and the truck escapades, but the second we said OnlyFans.
I don't know. Do you think if you did start an OnlyFans that you could, do at least decently well off it?
No, of course I couldn't. Who would be subscribed to that? Nobody would subscribe to that. I would subscribe to that.
I'd support you, Judd. I'd subscribe to it for you.
I've got my brother more.
If I could figure it out, I'd.
What do you mean you could figure it out? Have you been trying to figure it out?
No, exactly. That's my point. I've not tried, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think I think my preconception with OnlyFans for guys starting them is that it's pretty much mostly appealing to gays. Like, I don't know straight men who would be I don't know straight females who would pay for male nudes.
Yeah.
So I don't know that. Don't no judgment or I don't know what I'm talking about with this, but that's my initial instinct.
And obviously there's lesbian women that might be paying for women's content, but I don't think I've ever heard of a woman paying for a man's content.
Yeah, I don't. Due to the planet says, dude, so many of my comedian friends have gone to OnlyFans for the lockdown. Doing nudes instead of comedy because they can't get shows. That's fucking. That's sad. I'm sad that they might have had to go to it. They might have wanted to be fair. But yeah, they're ladies, so they make some income, but it's still hard. Yeah.
Comedy, porn, not that different. If you think about it, there's always a setup and there's a punchline.
No, I'm so sorry.
The punchline was that guy saying, "I don't want my wife to be fucked by another man anymore." That was the joke.
Says that you're so right, Judd. Apparently, we can confirm that comedy and porn are very similar. And Cal says usually an asshole is involved.
There's usually an asshole.
But they're similar because we really put ourselves out there. Nice one. Putting out. Oh my god. This has been the nastiest podcast.
I don't want to do this anymore. Please, can we stop? And then it continued for 20 minutes. I didn't watch the whole thing, but
we need Jesus.
That's ridiculous. That because I don't like to think what the other 20 minutes were. Do you think he just sat there quietly? Do you think he kicked up a fuss? Did you think he tried to like grab a handbag? He was like, "Come on, Sasha, we're leaving."
Because of course she would be called Sasha, as we know. For some reason, weirdly that would be my go-to name of a person who wants to cook their boyfriend.
Sasha.
Oh no! If anyone who listens to this is called Sasha, please tweet at tweetsbadly and let us know your opinion on that.
On cuckolding your boyfriend.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Right then, folks. I think that's it. I think that's what we're ending the podcast on. Don't worry, we'll still continue to be live, but that's the end of this recording. I'm sorry, is all I can say.
And I'll have found more horrific content for you for next week.
Cool.
I'll have found something.
God, I'm gonna be scarred by the end of this. Right, say bye, Judd.
Bye.